G'day, Chief. Welcome to the Inner Chief podcast and this special episode, which we call the Mini Chief. These are short, sharp highlights from our fabulous guests, where you get a 5 to 10 minute snapshot from their episode. Right, Chief, without further ado, here is the Mini Chief episode for this week
with Jamie Kristow, CEO of Cotswold Outdoor Group.
What are you currently doing in your personal work or the way you personally operate using AI or technology to make your life easier and just general everyday work practice?
The two new major things that we're doing are retail media. So I've spoken about that one already. That's one of the biggest projects that we're kicking off. The other one that we're investing in heavily at the moment is leveraging AI in pricing. So that one is super interesting, and it depends a little bit on what you sell in terms of, if you're selling products that are commonly found in the marketplace, price is such an important lever to play. And even in private label, it's important. You have to just line yourself up against like brands or like products. But in our current economic times, price has always been important, but it's super important at the moment. And as I said earlier, because consumers now have more technology at their disposal in terms of search, in terms of navigating what they want to buy, it's very easy for a consumer now to sweep the market on price. And I think consumers are rightly so demanding more transparency out of retailers on price, and they can get that through different apps or different software tools. So AI pricing, we're finding, is super important. We've recently launched an AI pricing module, and the results have been pretty instant in terms of uptick on where we're competitive. Now,
Wow.
pricing is not just about the cheapest price. I mean, understanding price elasticity in terms of where products need to sit and where they sit at different locations is really interesting. And part of the world that we're grappling at the moment is challenging some of the existing norms around one price across stores and across online, because the online world behaves completely different to the physical store world. It has a different set of economics, different market competitive activities. And in the UK at the moment, we're actually not just competing with UK retailers, we're competing with European retailers that are penetrating the UK market. So it's just a much bigger platform or a much bigger world to play on. So we're using AI to help us with that, because what we found is that if we have a pricing manager in the business, that person just doesn't have the bandwidth to look at every SKU, every day, every location, looking at stock sell through, competitive pricing. And we've always had a level of web scraping to understand where we are on price, but just the sheer complexity of running 20,000 SKUs and understanding what the right pricing and margin strategy is at different channel levels, really complex. So we're using now an AI tool that can do all that grunt work that then serves up to us in a dashboard to say, okay, this is where you sit versus the market. This is the products that the customers are most searching for, because I think that's really important. You don't just want to be low price on everything, because you'll never make any money. But how do you make sure, coming back to the customer, that you have a good price perception? And when we did some customer research about 6 months ago, we found that we weren't perceived that well from a value for money point of view. So we now want to make sure that we are at the right price on the right items, so our price perception is where it needs to be. So yeah, it's quite fun, but it's super important to make sure that you're competitive.
All right, Chief, there we have it for this week with your Mini Chief episode.
All the links and resources for this episode can be found at chiefmaker.com/384.
Now, Chief, do you find yourself at work in one of those incredibly stressful moments where you've got someone on your team that either isn't performing or is behaving poorly, and you know deep down that it needs a difficult conversation? One of those ones that can keep you up at night. You know, if you get wrong, there's going to be HR issues, but you know, if you get right, it could actually be a little bit career defining, and it will make life so much better for so many people, but you just keep putting it off and off and off. Well, Chief, we've created the ultimate resource for you. It is called Difficult Conversations. What's in it is what's most powerful. The mindsets, the frameworks, and even some of the scripts, the words to use to make those conversations much more easy. Just go to chiefmaker.com
www.cotswold.com/difficult, and you can download the full resource right there. And if you would like to stay in touch and hear all about some of the best resources that you can find anywhere in the world to improve your performance at work, go to chiefmaker.com/subscribe. Now, Chief, if you're yet to rate the episode and subscribe, I hope you'll do so soon. It helps others see the magnificent value that the chiefs and gurus bring to their life and career. So make sure you hit subscribe on your podcast app now, give it a 5-star rating if you think it's worthy, and leave a short review about your favourite episode. Righto, Chiefs, as always, remember to stay epic.